What's good? It's Showtime, the most woke, no joking. I'm back again with a brand new video, and I'm gonna keep it a Bo-Berry biscuit. Before I get into my whole full 7-round draft grade for the Panthers, I have to ask y'all a question. I need y'all help, bro. So I actually don't do this, but I feel like I have to go ahead and address something that came up in my last video where I said I was disappointed in our 6th through undrafted free agency decisions we made in the draft. And a lot of people were telling me, not a lot, but some people were telling me that we did good. One person who's not even a fan of the Panthers told me that we got good guards in undrafted free agency, and that's kind of weird to me. But I need to understand. Y'all have to tell me what do you define as good? Someone told me we did good. You told me we got good guards, but what's your definition of good? Do you mean good when compared to NFL talent? Do you mean good when compared to the talent in the draft? Or are you telling me that they're good compared to other undrafted free agents that were available after the 7th? Because in my opinion, there's 5 tiers of talent. There's elite, there's great, there's good, there's serviceable, and there's bad. I'll give you a few examples of what I think of are in each of those tiers. So elite would be Aaron Donald and Antonio Brown. Great would be Todd Gurley and Patrick Peterson. Also, I'm only going to use players who aren't on the Panthers so I can have a bit of objectivity here. So I don't just name a bunch of Panthers players. You feel me? So good is Jordy Nelson and Dante Hightower. Serviceable is Byron Maxwell after he left the Seahawks, and Eric Ebron, who's really he's just decent for a 1st round pick. And then bad would be Manti Te'o and Eric Flowers, where you're better off giving their money to someone on your team as a bonus than having them even on the roster or something like that. So you have to just tell me, what does good mean to you? Because compared to the talent that was in the draft, even in the 4th and 5th rounds, I don't think those guards we got were good. If we're talking about comparisons, now if we mean good, we're compared to other undrafted free agent guards, and good in comparison to I guess I don't understand what good means, but I'll give you what I think these draft picks grades are. Maybe you'll understand where I came from when I said I was disappointed. And don't take it to mean that just because I said that our 6th through undrafted free agents was disappointed, that I mean the whole draft was bad. There are people who got mad. People got mad at me for not liking our 6th and 7th round picks in undrafted free agents. I've never seen a fan base so upset over 6th and 7th round picks and even undrafted free agents. That's new one to me. That's new one to me. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to these the actual 7-round draft picks and the grades. So first off, round 1, we got that man DJ Moore. I give this pick an A. I've just said so many times, but I'll say it again. The reason I said that I didn't like DJ Moore for our 1st round pick, 4 weeks ago, was because literally every single when people do their projections for what they want for their team, they go off of what the experts are saying and how the experts think that that in their projections how the draft is going to fall. And literally all the guys who were experts and all their projections were just about as wrong as you could get. No one called everyone taking linemen in the 1st round. No one called there being almost no DBs taken in the 1st round. Everyone said there's going to be at least 2 receivers off the board before 24. And no one thought that there would be no receivers off the board before 24. So I think that with the talent on the board right there, and no one thought that Josh Jackson would have fallen to the 2nd. So honestly, I think that seeing that we had DJ Moore and Calvin right there in our laps at 24, and seeing that no one was taking DBs, that was a good pick for us to pick up DJ Moore. That's an A grade for me. Now round 2, we got Dante Action Jackson. This is a B+ grade for me because he has speed. Basically, you can't teach speed, and he's not the best coverage corner, but we had a really big need at DB, hard body, and that was a good position for us. I mean, that's a good pick for us. You can't teach speed. You can teach coverage. You can teach reading. Put him in the film room. Make him a study rat. He's pretty slight, not that big, but we don't want to put too much weight on him because we want his biggest asset to be our biggest strength and keep him on other teams' fastest guy. So this would have been a B pick for me, just because Isaiah Oliver's on the board still. But since Marty Herney he likes to go for athleticism and speed and has a plan for Dante Jackson, I give this a B+. Without the plan, without the plan, without the history that Marty Hurney has for speed and athleticism, I would have given this pick a B. But like I said, this is a B+. Now, round 3. Round 3, we went after Rashawn Golden, and this is an A- for me. This is an A- because if you look at how the draft fell, look at the picks after after we picked up Rashawn Golden at 85 overall, and tell me what other corner or safety do you think was a really strong pick in the 3rd round? Now there was Ronnie Harrison, but he's more of an in the box type of safety, bigger for run stopping than he is in coverage. And you know what? I actually do like Rashawn Golden a lot. For him to transfer, go from corner to playing safety for us. He ran a 4.6 40, but that's going to be negated. His lack of big time speed, explosive electric speed is going to be negated by him playing back. So I like this pick a lot for us. And you know, for there not really being a lot of DBs, a lot of highly skilled DBs left right there, I really do like this Rashawn Golden pick right here. So like I said, that's an A- for me. Now round 4, this is what I just said about, you know, try to be more objective about this, because this is going to be where it gets a little dicey when I explain it. So, round 4, Ian Thomas. This pick right here is a B- for me. Now, keep in mind, I do love Ian Thomas. I love Ian Thomas, and I love what he can do for our team, but I'm going to be 100% real with you. I think offensive line was our bigger need going into this draft than tight end. I know we don't want Manhurst there, but if you look at how the draft fell, after this pick, Troy Fumagalli was still available after our next pick. So we had 2 picks in the 4th, right? And Troy Fumagalli was still there after our 2nd pick in the 4th. So even if we missed on Ian Thomas, and I'm not gonna lie, I think he probably would have still been there even with Troy after our 2nd pick in the 4th. But I think that seeing that Wyatt Teller was still on the board here, I think we should have gone. It would have been a better pick to go offensive line and get a player that we know is a highly skilled, possibly day 1 contributor on the offensive line. Protect Cam, get some push up front for the run game that really suffered last year. I know we were high in offensive running ranking last year, but let's be real, it wasn't because of our running backs. Our run game was not that great. And we can go off raw stats if we want to, but we need to get pushed in the offensive line and get our running back started. And I think getting a skilled offensive lineman would have been there for us, and a backup tight end definitely would have been there later for us in the draft. It was a pretty deep draft, deeper than I expected at first for tight ends. Like I said, I love Ian, but this pick is a B- only because the bigger need for us was offensive line, and that was something that I don't think was a good idea to wait until undrafted free agency to even think about addressing. And our next pick in the draft was Marquise Haynes, defensive end, and this is an A+ for me. I love what he can bring to our team off the bat. This guy's a speedster. He's only a situational down guy, but he can really confuse defenses. He can get a 3-point stance and play back in coverage. He can speed around you, get around the line. This guy has everything you could really want for you in that joker position that Ron Rivera talks about a lot. That's what he can do for us. He can really make your tackle think twice about what is he going to be doing right now. Like, is this my assignment right here? Do I go after him? Do I push forward on him? Is he going to back up? Is he going to try to get around me really quickly? What's the move right here? And I really, really like this pick for us. Marquise Haynes is an A+ for me every single day of the week. Now we get to round 5 with Jermaine Carter. This is our 6th overall pick in the draft. And like I said, with Ian Thomas. Okay, so we pick up Ian Thomas. That's cool with me. So we don't go offensive line. And we go Marquise Haynes. And y'all know that's an A+ for me. So I'm cool with that too. So at this point, we should think about getting an offensive lineman, right? This isn't anything personal about him. This is about team needs. And if you think that the Panthers is a bigger need for an inside linebacker than an offensive lineman, then I don't know what to tell you. I have no clue what to tell you if you honestly believe that there's a bigger need day 1 for an inside linebacker than there is for an offensive lineman. And I made a mistake. I made a mistake in that last round where I said that Wyatt Teller was still available. I meant to say that Rick Leonard was still available. I think it was from Florida State, and the Saints picked him up. He was a tackle, and he would have been really good for us as well. But that doesn't change anything because Wyatt Teller was still available after this pick. After the 161st pick, Wyatt Teller was still available on the board. What pick was he? He was number 165 to the Steelers. We could have got an offensive guard, and this is round 5. Wyatt Teller was projected to go in the 3rd round. And I mean, just let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments below. Do you honestly believe that that inside linebacker was a bigger need than offensive lineman, than an interior offensive lineman? Let me know. I mean, if you're gonna talk to me about, yo, well, Jermaine Carter's good and all this, that's cool. Jermaine Carter can be good, but I just don't see him. I don't see an inside linebacker being a bigger need than an interior lineman. It just blows my mind that that's the pick we made with Wyatt Teller still on the board. This has to be a C- from me. And keep in mind, I'm talking about needs, positions, where the draft fell. It's not just about the player. It's about what the team needs. And I don't think that was what we should have gone there. Okay, and now in the 7th round, we're looking at Andre Smith. Back-to-back interior linebackers. Please, please. I know you love the team. I know you want to support. I love Carolina too, bro. I love the Panthers. I'm doing these videos every single day, bro. But there's one thing to love the team. There's another thing to blindly support what seems to be what I see as not a really good due diligence of what the team could possibly use. And I understand that Thomas Davis Sr. is going to be out for 4 games, but forgive me if I'm wrong, bro. I think that even without Thomas Davis Sr. out those 4 games, we played the Cowboys, Falcons. We play the Giants and who do we play? It's Cowboys, Giants, Falcons, and who's that 4th team? And the Bengals. I'm sorry, bro, but even without Thomas Davis Sr., I think we go 3-1 in those games. I mean, that's just simple. And I think that with that 7th round pick, you know who was there? You know who was there 2 picks below when we picked up Andre Smith? Do you understand who was there? 2 picks below Andre Smith. I'll wait. I'll wait. You can look it up. Pause the video right now and tell me at 236 who was available and who did the Cowboys pick up. I'm not going to say his name. You've heard me say his name too many times in the last 2 weeks and a lot of times in the last 2 days. You don't need to hear me say it again, but let me know if Andre Smith was a better pick than that guy. Please let me know if Andre Smith was a better pick than that guy. I had nothing to tell you. I had nothing to tell you. And then our last pick of the draft was Kendrick Norton. This is an A for me. I like Kendrick Norton a lot. Defensive tackle. He is a big body who can produce and come in situationally and come in when fatigue sets in for 2K Short and for Dontari Poe. Stuff blockers. He can take up a gap, take up a double team. Day 1. He's not going to be an every down kind of guy or even a majority down kind of guy, or even a 50% kind of guy. But he can hold his own there. Get a little stronger. He can take up blocks and make sure that the offensive line does not get one single down off. You don't have any downs off when you're playing against us. And that's what I like a lot about my man Kendrick Norton. I think that's a really good pick for us. I love what he can do for us day 1, contribute to the team, and be a productive member of the team off rip. So, overall, I give this draft an A-. I think we covered the needs we really needed. I think wide receiver, both DBs were covered very well. I think we got a really good edge rusher in Marquise Haynes. We got a really good situational kind of guy with Kendrick Norton there. But I think we really did fail in the 5th and 7th round, getting Jermaine Carter and Andre Smith, those 2 interior linebackers. I think we were better off getting offensive linemen there, and getting interior linebackers in undrafted free agency, right? Like, I mean, if you think that we need interior linebackers more than we need linemen, more than we need interior linemen, let me know in the comments below, bro. Please let me know. But that's what I got for you. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think about my grade for the Panthers. I think it's an A-, which is pretty dang good, bro. I mean, I'm not going to give it an A+. I love the team. I'm not going to give it an A+. It was a solid A-. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below, bro. You already know to do that like button. I got a button right here for subscribe, button right here for to watch more videos. Namaste. Back sooner than you think.